Right, hello and welcome back to a new starter video really, because I haven't really done this kind of GoPro talking kind of thing before. So hopefully you can hear me okay. I don't know why I said A, there wasn't really a B to that. It's because I'm trying to talk while driving at the same time, which doesn't sound too difficult, but when you're trying to think of a video idea, it's not the easiest thing to do. Anyway, first off, secondly, whichever we're on, I don't know, I'm losing track. Happy Easter. Today is Easter. I'm currently going out to pick up my girlfriend, or fiance, whichever you want to call it, from work. Unfortunately, she has to work today in the cafe. And then we're off to my parents' house to sit in their garden for some afternoon tea, which will be delightful. So yeah, I hope you're having a nice Easter. I hope you get to spend some time with family. This is filmed on Easter Day as well, obviously, 2021. So we are allowed to do this, up to 6 people outside, so that's always nice. But yeah, I just thought that on the way, whilst I'm driving, I may as well try and make some form of video. And the subject today is going to be what ownership has been like of the RS3 AP. So far. Let's get some cold air in. I will turn the fan down in a second, don't worry. We'll be with you, we'll be with you. There we go. Put the AC on. Beautiful. Right, so, I'm going to start with a couple of things, just in general about the car, and then we'll get into some more detailed things that I found out about a car that I didn't know when I was first buying it, all that kind of stuff, and really drag this out into hopefully a 10-minute video. First off, if you didn't know about this car and my purchasing journey, I purchased it probably about 3 months ago now, 2.5, 3 months ago from Audi in York. So, was it 3 months? No, it's only 2 months actually, yeah, 2 months. And it's quite an interesting experience actually. I click and collected it, so I saw it online. I left a deposit with Audi. It was I think it was a £200 or £250 deposit with JCT 600 Audi York, and yeah, got a phone call the next day from them. They very good customer service. That's all I can say really. I didn't have any grudges with them, didn't have any problems. Normally when someone of my age, because I'm 23, normally when someone of my age goes into a dealership like that, I found from a past experience anyway, that, you know, we kind of get pushed to one side because we might just be dreaming, which is fair enough, I understand, but they were really good. Obviously they didn't know my age when I put the deposit down, so I think they kind of understood I was serious about it. They did a full valet, sanitised everything the next day, following day, made sure everything was okay, prepped all, new MOT, and then the day after that, so 3 days after putting the deposit down, I wired them the cash. We sorted out insurance actually through Audi because it was the cheapest way of doing it. So when you buy an Audi from Audi directly, you've got to take out 5 days free insurance with Audi to get home. It's just for like their peace of mind. I don't know if it's all Audi branches, but it's definitely JCT 600 Audi. And so yeah, you have to take that out. It's free, obviously, but it's just for their peace of mind, so there's no problem. But while I was on the phone to them, he said, "Do you want me to do a quote?" So I thought, may as well, because the cheapest quote I'd had at the time was $1,500. I'm 23 and I've got 3 points on my licence, 1 speeding ticket. It wasn't what you think it was. I wasn't being a hooligan, so let's not get into that. Anyway, so yeah, on the phone with Audi Insurance, and they gave me a quote of $1,350, I believe it came out at, or $1,300. So it was quite a bit cheaper. But you know when you hear people saying, "Oh, always ring up directly and speak to them," 100% accurate. So did actually save quite a bit of money though, which is nice. So yeah, I sorted out the insurance, paid all that outright, that kind of stuff, and then went and collected it in the evening. So it was parked up outside, all nice and clean, sanitised, had sanitise stickers on the door, and the salesman came out I've been dealing with. He gave me the keys in a plastic bag, obviously all social distanced and whatnot. Couldn't really do a handover properly, but they did send me a video prior to collection of the car, you know, showing it start up, showing all the different features. I didn't actually realise this. I'm just getting into a rant now, don't mind me. That my car has actually got quite a high spec on it, so I didn't know this when I bought it because I just wanted an RS3. This has got the extended leather pack, which means that the side handles on either side of the gear selector are wrapped in leather and stitched, same as the doors. It's also got the carbon fibre pack, which is an extremely rare option. So around the gear selector it is all real carbon fibre, and the door cards, and on the back door cards, so that's always nice. And yeah, drove it home. That was my buying experience. So in terms of buying experience, spot on with JCT 600. There was one problem that I had, well, two problems. One was an actual problem, one was just being nitpicky. First one was the glove box. For some reason you had to press it quite hard to close it. That was the problem. But I meant if you open the glove box, it took quite a good, I mean, my fiance couldn't close it, I had to close it for her. A good shunt to get it properly locked and closed. The other grudge that I had was the rear wiper motor had loosened a little bit, so the actual wiper blade was resting on the paintwork. That's just me though, and that's just this specific car. In terms of JCT 600, no problems with them. This isn't sponsored by them or anything like that. It's purely just my own video. But yeah, that was the buying experience. In terms of ownership, excellent so far, love it. The heated seats are amazing, which I should probably turn down now actually, since it's a nice summer's day. We're meant to get clouds and rain today, so that's nice. It's meant to snow tomorrow though, so yeah, that might not be ideal, but hey ho. Yeah, in terms of ownership, really good. Sound system's really good. This has got the Bose upgraded sound system. The aircon is still really good. Again, that's something that's down to my specific car. Sound of it is incredible. Fuel and running costs. I live in a city called York. I'm presuming most of you have heard of that, but actually quite a few of the viewers are in America and Germany. City in York in the UK, that's where I live. I live on the outskirts of that. And so yeah, quite a lot of my driving is town driving. There's a ring road that goes all the way around York, which is like the main way to get around. Every half a kilometre there is a roundabout. So it's kind of getting and going, but getting and going for 500 metres, if you get what I mean. So it's not exactly like perfect town driving where it's 30 miles per hour stop and go. It's more you get up to 60 and go back down. So my fuel economy on average is like 27, 28, which isn't bad. Say if you took a diesel into town, you'll get less than that. And say it's a 2.5 litre 5-cylinder with however much horsepower, it's acceptable. I'm happy with that. It's a little bit less than my Mini got originally, but I reckon when I get onto the motorway and actually do a proper trip, because we went to, if you don't know what I do, I'm a photographer. I went over to Manchester a couple of months ago. No, about a month ago now actually. I'm really bad with my timings. Yeah, we went over to Manchester for a private, nice Ferrari, for a private photo shoot. I'm actually going to be photographing that quite soon, ironically. Yeah, I went over to Manchester for a photo shoot and we got 36 on the motorway average, but that's only a 45-minute drive from my house, hour drive. And then the back end of that was quite twisty, small lanes. So, in terms of miles per gallon, perfect, go for a long drive, you'll be sorted as long as you don't put your foot down. Yeah, power delivery is incredible. Now, if you haven't seen my video on the Ram Air induction kit that I fitted, it's made a huge difference. I said this on the installation video, I'm not really sure if it'll actually make a difference in terms of power, but it honestly, for 100 and odd quid, however much it was, huge difference. It feels like there's more. It used to sort of, the instant acceleration was between 2 and 5.5, and it revs up to 7. But the induction kit seems that it's let it like breathe more, and then it's kind of pushed it along to like you get the power all the way through that power band. I do also have secondary decarts, so my car is probably breathing a little bit better than it would do normally. I don't know if it's added any more horsepower, but definitely the power delivery is completely changed. The only other thing that I've redone is the paddle shifters, which you might be able to see. I don't know how wide the angle is on the GoPro Hero 8, but yeah, I've got these paddle shifters just because I've got massive hands, so it just helps with that. Some people do it just for aesthetics. It looks nicer as well, but that's just my opinion. I'm trying to think of anything else that that we can talk about. Secondary decat opened up the exhaust a lot more, so it's a lot more tone to it. It's still not quite where I want it though. One of my neighbour, my direct neighbour, has got their son has got a newer shape RS3, which I've been in, and it is pretty much exactly the same apart from the interior, apart from the exhaust. So the exhaust on the new ones, apart from the exporter exhaust that it's got, is so much louder and it sounds so much better. Annoyingly, I have looked into this quite extensively. You can't retrofit the new exhaust to these, which is a real shame because I'd do that in a heartbeat, because you can buy them for about 300 or 400 quid. But I think it must be I don't know if it's a battery, there's something. So the back box on the new RS3 is a lot wider essentially than the older one like this. So, and this one kind of goes around a battery or something in the boot. Could be a subwoofer, could be an amp for the Bose, I don't know. But it just means that you can't. Why don't you just cross at the zebra? Anyway, it means you can't actually retrofit the new ones, which is a shame, because the piping from the secondary caps back are exactly the same. It's the same, it follows the same shape throughout the car. If there is a way of doing that, I might look into it. See if there's a way I can move the amp or whatever that is in the bottom of the boot. This person's stopping, thank you. You're turning around, lovely. Right, but yeah, I mean, the car's great. I've had no problems with it at all. If you are looking at buying one, check that it's had the injectors done, because there was a problem with the original injectors. This one has had it done. It's had the new L. There's a model number and it's L or FL. You want the L ones. The FL are for the ones with the OPF or PPF filter. On the brand new ones, you want the L injectors upgraded. Just the old ones, they had a plastic filter, I think, which failed, and then that can cause some serious engine problems. It doesn't really matter in this car anyway, because I've got warranty and everything, but that has been done. And also make sure you've had a Haldex and gearbox service every, I think Audi recommend every 15 to 17,500 miles. Mine was done at 25 or 20,000 miles, I believe, and I've got another one booked in fairly soon. But apart from that, there's nothing to really whinge about. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't believe there is, but that is it for the video. There's my fiance waiting, so I'm going to leave it there, and I'll try not to run anyone over. I'm just going to go park over here because there's just kids everywhere. I don't want to run anyone over, especially on Easter. Might not want to work out well. Right, ta-ra! Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and this is awful parking, but I'll see you in the next one.